Hi, I'm Chris Baggio with Keller Williams and the Crawford Lorenzo home selling team here in Morristown. And I want to welcome you to this month's snapshot for Morris County. So, this month in Morris County real estate, this is data through the end of July and it's single family homes. So, let's get started with the big picture. Morris County. Estimated market value 735,000. That's up 5.7% from last year. Active listings 497, which equates to 1.65 months of supply. So I want to compare that to last month. And what we're seeing, it feels like the market's slowing down, but last month we had closer to 2 months of supply. We had 557 active listings at the end of June. So now we're below 500 at the end of July. What we are seeing though is the year over year growth numbers are starting to slow, and they're starting to slow down, I should say. Obviously, still increasing, but we've had gains of about 65% overall since the onset of COVID. Normally, historically, real estate appreciates anywhere from 3 to 5% per year. So now we're seeming to be normalizing now relative to what we've seen in the history of real estate. You can't keep going up on an average 13% a year forever, right? So now we're starting to see prices, while still increasing, the rate of growth is starting to slow. Moving into Morristown, we saw the estimated market value of 967,000. That's up 6.3% year over year. 26 active listings at the end of July, and that equates to 1.37 months worth of supply. So that number is down from 1.68 months. So while it feels like it's slow, I think we had an influx of listings in June. The spring season did get off to a later start, and I've talked about this in my previous videos, and I think it was a combination of a longer winter and a later Easter and Passover. So we saw more homes hit the market in June and July than we usually see. We usually see that type of pickup in April and May, and it seems like everything was delayed. Moving into Mendham, where the average price is still over $1 million, you're seeing that year over year growth of 2.8%, and we're at about a month and a half worth of supply. Last month, and I remember saying that Mendham and Chester were starting to creep up those months of supply, but both those towns have improved uh, this past month. So interesting. The market feels like it's slower, but yet the numbers will tell you otherwise. Randolph, 865,000. That's up about $10,000 from last month. Again, up 5.5% year over year, 1.3 months worth of supply. That ticked up a little bit. Randolph was just under 1 month a month ago. And Chester, which I just mentioned, now it's we're at 2 months worth of supply. That's down from 3 months worth of supply. Year over year growth, 11.7%. Still very, very healthy. However, that's down from close to 16% last month. So that rate of growth is starting to slow down. Lastly, we'll go into Morris Plains. Average is 755. That's up 4.6% year over year. Months of supply was little change from last month. So again, if you look at the big picture, we have a healthy market here in Morris County. And what I expect to see over the next few weeks as we head towards the end of August, we should see a slowdown. But then coming out of Labor Day, I expect the market to really pick up. I think a lot of buyers have taken a break over the summer. And when they come back from their summer vacation, I think they're going to realize interest rates are a little bit more favorable. I think we're going to get another flood of buyers hit the market. So that should bode well for the market overall. It'll be interesting to see those year over year growth numbers as we get into the end of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. I think we're still going to have a very strong end of the year here, and especially in Morris County. So if you or anyone has any questions, I want you to reach out to me at the number you see below on the screen, 973-798-9539. Again, Chris Baggio, Keller Williams Metropolitan, and the Crawford Lorenzo home selling team here in Morristown. And as always, thanks for watching.